Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. As we head into another night of NBA action, it's time for me to release my NBA picks of the day once again. Now we stumbled just a little bit last night, ended up missing out on both of our picks, but I'm going to bounce back here tonight and get back that profit margin that we missed out on last night. So we'll start it off here with the earlier of the two games, the Atlanta Hawks and the Brooklyn Nets playing in a pivotal Game 5 tonight. No one expected this. I think that the Nets would give the Hawks this much trouble. I think there were some people that were projecting them to give them a little bit of trouble, but to tie the series heading back to Atlanta at 2 games apiece here, I think was not in anybody's mind here. But just in case we do have it here tonight, and the Hawks are a 9-point home favorite here in game number 5 with a total of exactly 200 points. Now, I'm laying off the spread despite the fact that I think taking the points could be a pretty good wager tonight with the way the Brooklyn Nets have kind of taken the momentum of the series. However, I think we're going to go back to seeing what we saw in the first 3 games of the season, and that's some lower scoring and possibly the under being a really good value heading into tonight. At 200 points, I think it's just a tad too high for a very pivotal game number 5. Should have a lot of defense, and if you take out game number 4, these two teams are averaging about 91 to 92 points per game against one another here in the first 3 games of this series. I think we're going to go back to that here tonight. Don't expect another overtime game here tonight. I think defense is going to rule the day here. The under is now 5-1 in the Hawks' last 6 first-round playoff games. It's 4-1 in their last 5 home games, dating back a little bit to the regular season. So I think they'll keep that trend going here tonight. I'm going to go under 200 points between the Hawks and Nets. Next one I have for you is the Memphis Grizzlies coming back home to play the Blazers tonight, up 3-1, trying to close out this series after losing Game 4, not being able to sweep the series. They head back to the grindhouse in Memphis, come in as a 5.5-point favorite here in this one. Very low total, though, however, had 189.5 points. Now, Mike Conley set to miss this game once again for the Memphis Grizzlies, still recovering from that facial surgery he had to have after getting elbowed in the face. So Beno Udrih and Nick Calathis will both be filling in tonight. If only the Grizzlies could combine these two guys into one point guard, they would have a similar skill set to Conley. However, Calathis much more of a defender, Udrih much more of an offensive player here tonight. But I think going back home alone, even without their floor general in Conley, I still think the Grizzlies probably have a pretty good play here tonight at -5.5. Just a little bit undervalued, I think, especially for the fact of how they've been playing recently in the playoffs. Not Game 4, obviously, and how the Blazers have also been a pretty bad bet in the playoffs here over the years. Memphis is now they're 4-0 coming off of a straight-up loss against the spread here, dating back to the regular season. They're also 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games as favorite. However, I think the more telling trend that we're going to see here is the Grizzlies are 6-1 in their last 7 games against the spread overall, 11-4-1 against the spread in their last 16 first-round playoff games. The Blazers, on the other hand, 8-20-1 in their last 29 first-round playoff games. I'm going to go with the Grizzlies here to bounce back at -5.5. Add that to under 200 points between the Hawks and the Nets tonight. Best of luck to you on those two. I'll see you back here tomorrow. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.